Hi there jellyfishes and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be introducing you to a new series on this channel. So we're going to be talking all about plants, hence why I'm dressed with my lovely plant shirt and there's some cactus plants behind me. So as you're soon going to find out when I introduce you to all of the plants in my house, you're going to learn that I'm maybe not the best at taking care of plants. Some of the plants that you will see are not going to be in the best condition, and I really love plants. I love indoor plants. I love surrounding myself with flowers and cactus plants and just lots of that lovely green energy and the sort of outside vibes that you get when you bring plants into your house. I really enjoy that, but I just do not have a green thumb at all, and I really want to. That's one of my goals for this year. If you watch my previous goals video, you'll know about that. I talked a little bit about it there. I really want to get better with my care for plants, and I want all the plants that I have to thrive, and of course I want to add new plants as well. So most of the plants that I do have are relatively basic. I started out with my cactus collection, which you can see behind me, and I've sort of acquired plants here and there. A lot of the plants that are in my house just now are from my parents and from my aunt and uncle, who happened to be moving at around the same time that we did, so we got a few of their old plants, and then my mum gave me a bunch of plants when we left their house as well. So most of the plants that I've acquired are all really new to me, and some of them are in not such a great condition, and I'm trying to do my best to save them, but we'll see how that goes. So I really wanted to bring you along on that journey with me, of me learning how to take care of the plants that I've acquired, how to take better care of the plants that I have, and just generally learning how to have more of a green thumb and be less of a plant killer than I am at the moment. I hope that together we'll be able to learn how to take care of plants better, and maybe if you're like me and also don't have such of a green thumb, you'll learn on this journey with me and you'll figure out how to take care of plants from someone that's really bad at it. So we'll be learning together and that'll be fantastic. And if you're watching this as someone who's great with plants and knows how to take care of their houseplants and knows all of the things that I don't know, please do leave me comments down below with all of your tips and any information that you've got for me to get better at taking care of my plants, and the best resources that you've got for me to learn how to basically not kill all the plants that I've got in my house. I'd love that. So this video today is just an introduction, and I'm going to show you all of the plants that I currently have in my house. I'll talk a little bit about what I want to do for them, how I want to care for them, kind of what stages of life they're in at the moment, and work out what I want to do in the future. And I'll show you my garden as well and tell you about the little plans that we've got for that, talking about the plans that I've got for Elvis, but also the plans that we've got for putting in some planters and growing some outside plants. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the plans that I've got for this series and the things that I want to learn and some of the videos that'll be coming up soon. But as I said, this video is just an introduction, so we're gonna go and meet all of my plants. So let's go and meet them all. Being as they were sat behind me in my introduction, I thought we could introduce you to my cactus plants first. These are the plants that I've had the longest. I love having a cactus collection, especially because they're some of the easiest plants to not kill. I've had these for such a long time, since I was in school really, most of them, and I've just slowly added to them throughout the years. Don't ask me what kind of cactus these are because I do not know, which is terrible and something I would definitely like to learn. So if you have any great cactus identifying websites, apps, etc., do drop me a comment down below and let me know about them, because I'd love to identify all of these cactus plants. And some of them, you can probably tell, are desperately in need of a repotting. They're starting to outgrow their pots, so that's something I'm going to do in the springtime, because I believe it's not the best idea to repot plants in the winter, so at least I know that. Some of them are doing better than others. This little guy is starting to show some signs of, I don't know, but it doesn't look very happy. Whereas this one's very healthy. This one's not so healthy. The soil looks awful as well, so I'm gonna definitely be repotting this one and hopefully it thrives a little bit better. And definitely hit me up if you've got any tips on the best soil for cactus plants, because yeah, I've got quite a few cactus and I'd like to do better for them. This one's my favourite. Little frog pot. And then I have this guy up here. Again, I don't know what it is. It generally seems to be doing okay, but some of the leaves are a bit brown, and I think it may need a repot. It's possibly not in the best location. I feel like it might need more light, but I really don't know. So yeah, this is one that I need to identify and figure out its needs. Also in my living room we have this snake plant which I got from my aunt and uncle. It came like this, so please don't judge me too harshly. It wasn't me that got it into this horrid state. It definitely is in need of some TLC. I'm going to take away the yellow leaves, I'm going to untie it and fix any of the bent leaves because I feel like there's some that are maybe broken. And I think it possibly needs a repot, but I'm not sure. The soil doesn't look in that great condition. But yeah, I really want this one to thrive because I really love snake plants, so fingers crossed I can do my best for this. And this sorry plant, I feel like it may already be too late. It had a few more leaves on it when I had it, but all of them were in this sort of condition. This was the last one that looked sort of green, but in the past few days it's just gone yellowed and brown, and I really don't know what to do about it. I think these plants are called elephant's ear. I don't know their proper name, I just know the common name. But from the little bit of research that I did into these plants, I believe they're a bulb plant, which means that the leaves can all die off in the winter. Doesn't necessarily mean the plant's dead, as it may come back in the spring. So fingers crossed that's what's going to happen and it's not just dead, but I really don't know. This one's doing the worst out of all the plants that I have. And next to it we have a peace lily, which I need to move because the spot that it's in at the moment is way too sunny. It's going to be going up into my office space once I have finished painting all of the pots on my desk. So yeah, it's going to get a much better home for it, but it still seems to be doing really well where it is, but I think it's way too sunny. It's just lucky that it's the winter sun at the moment rather than the summer sun. So yeah, it'll be getting moved very soon. In my kitchen, all I've got is this mint plant that seems to be doing very well. The little pot that I've got for it doesn't quite fit, so I need to stick it into another pot. I love having herbs in my kitchen. Quite often they don't survive very well, but I have high hopes for this mint plant because it seems to be doing very well. And then for Christmas I got this herbs at home kit which I'm going to be setting up, and also this magical unicorn garden. I don't really know what that is, but I'm excited to see what that is. And then in the cardboard box is a mushroom growing kit, so I'm excited to set that up too, and I'll be featuring all of these in videos soon. And next to it is my little collection of gnomes. And when our garden is done, they are going to be going into our garden, and I'm really excited to place them because Stuart hates my gnome collection, so I really hope to grow it and just annoy him as much as possible because I love gnomes. I love how tacky they are. They're just so ugly, and that makes me love them so much, especially because Stuart hates them. I'm going to show you the kitchen, or the garden that leads off from my kitchen. I'm not going all the way out because, as you can tell, it's been snowing and it's very cold. So this is our garden. The bottom where that little shed is where Stuart's going to be putting in a workshop for himself. He's going to be building that, and part of that is going to end up being Elvis's enclosure. So on this sorry, I get confused between my lefts and my rights. On this right hand side there's going to be an inside bit into Stuart's shed that Elvis can get into, and it'll attach to his outdoor run. Sort of like zoo enclosures where they've got like an indoor and an outdoor bit, and there's their little like gate in between. So that's what we've hoped to do for Elvis. He'll have his little inside bit in Stuart's shed, and then there'll be a pen that's obviously covered that'll run as far along the garden as we can take it. I want to give him a nice big enclosure that'll be planted up and have great substrate, and we'll put in a little pond for him. And yeah, I'm so excited to do Elvis's enclosure, but I'll talk about that in another video. This is about plants, this video. So yeah, we'll have the shed at the bottom. Under all the snow is grass, and there's a little path in the middle. Sort of see it where the snow lines are. So along this wall Stuart is going to build me some planters, hopefully 3, so I'll have one for fruits and veggies, one for salad for Elvis, and wild weeds and flowers and stuff for Elvis. And then I want one with herbs as well, so we're going to have a herb garden, a vegetable garden, and an Elvis garden. And also when we moved in there's a bunch of these little pots that you can see, there's a few dotted about. I want to fill them with as many native wildflowers as I can and just try and plant this garden up as much as I can. I'm really excited to try and do that, and I also want to get more into seed bombing, but I think that's a whole other video. Moving on from the garden, because it was really cold and I needed to come inside, I have this little bromeliad in the living room. Again, this is one that I acquired from my mum's house and it's not in a very good condition. I think it definitely needs repotted. Some of the leaves need taken off and the soil that it's in is horrible, so it's one that needs a lot of TLC because it's not doing very well. Moving into the Oh no, I'm not going to put the light on because the fan is really loud. Okay, moving on to the bathroom, we have my little orchid plant that is just starting to put out some new buds. So excited to see them bloom. I love my orchid, it's beautiful. And I love this flamingo pot that's drew above me. How cute is it? And then up here we have a fern that's in a very sorry state. I don't know what's wrong with it. Again, it's one that I need to research, find out what kind of fern it is and really help it because it looks like it's dying, and that would be rubbish because it's lovely. And then this pot is a little bit sad for me. Unfortunately, Piku, my hamster, passed away recently, and this is where we buried her. This is a peace lily, and I really love the bee pot that we've put in, a nice little memory for her. So yeah, it seems to be doing really well here. There's enough light and it likes the humidity, I think, so we've placed that here. But if you've got any tips on how to keep this alive, I'd really appreciate that because it's in memory of Piku and I really want it to thrive and do well. Hello. And Thor has come to help me. What are you investigating? What does the bathroom carpet smell like? I dropped catnip all the way throughout the house the other day, so we've been tracking it around with our feet, so it's possibly that there's catnip on this rug and Thor's found a little bit of it. Well, you enjoy that, licking that sausage. I'm gonna show the guys the rest of my plants. We have my final plant, and I have no idea what this is. I feel like that in a lot of this video, I just don't know what I'm talking about, which is why I'm making these videos, because I want to learn. This is going to be a learning journey. This plant came from my parents' house. It seems to be doing really well on, or it was doing really well on their staircase, so we've put it on our staircase because the conditions are really similar. But yeah, I have no idea what this is. It's just really pretty, and hopefully it thrives as well here as it has in my parents' house. If you know what it is, do drop me a comment down below because I'd love to know. I almost forgot about my little daffodils. I bought these just at Tesco the other day. I think it was £1. So I wanted to inject a little bit of colour and life into my office space. So this is my little daffodils and they're doing really well up there. I know they don't last very long, but they're nice springtime plants. Another project for this plant series is I'm going to be redoing the millipede enclosure, and it's going to be getting a whole new setup with plants, real plants, not just the fake plants that you can see. So my journey into plant care is very much for the animals in my life as well, as I want to enrich their lives with real plants. And coming up very soon, I'm going to be showing you a little update on the mantis enclosure. Unfortunately, the plants in there are not doing very well, and part of that is what prompted me to make this series. I want to do better for the animals in my life, and I want the mantis enclosure and the millipedes to have live plants. Live plants that survive. So fingers crossed, through my learning journey and getting better with plants, I will be able to take care of them enough to help them to survive in the millipede and the mantis enclosure. I hope you enjoyed meeting all of my plants, and I hope you're not judging me too harshly. I know some of them are not in great condition, they're not in the best location, they're not getting the best care at the moment. But that's what this series is all about. I want to learn how to do it better, and I want to learn how to help my plants to thrive and not just survive, or not survive as the case may be. So I hope you'll enjoy this series and come along on this journey with me. So do hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more about plants along with me, and if you know about plants, please comment down below and tell me all of the things that I'm doing wrong, and share with me any resources that you've got to help me get better at taking care of the plants that I have. And also leave me a comment down below if you've got any suggestions of videos that you'd like to see from me, anything that you'd particularly like to learn, especially given what plants that you've just met. And I'll do my best to make sure that I make those videos, and together hopefully we can get better at taking care of our plants. But that's all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!